Hello and welcome to this Scientific Principles video with Elec Training. This video is on basic mechanics. Let's just have a quick reminder of what we've learned about mass, acceleration and force. So mass can be defined as the amount of matter in an object. The SI unit of mass is the kilogram. The formula for calculating mass is mass equals volume times density. And what do we know about acceleration? Well, acceleration is the change in velocity over time, and the SI unit is the meters per second squared. And the formula we've learnt for that is acceleration equals the change in velocity over time. And what do we know about force? Well, we've said that weight is a force, and it is a force that is exerted on an object by gravity. And the SI unit of force is the Newton. And we said that a mass of 1 kilogram experiences a force of 9.81 newtons as a result of gravity. So in other words, it would require a force of 9.81 newtons to raise or lift a mass of 1 kilogram against the pull of gravity. And gravity causes objects to accelerate to the ground at the rate of 9.81 meters per second squared. So to calculate how much force is required to lift an object, we need to take account of this rate of acceleration, this effect of gravity, as well as the mass of the object. So just work through this example. A bag of cement has a mass of 20 kilograms. What force will be required to lift it? The answer is by using this formula: force equals mass times acceleration, and that's the acceleration due to gravity. So it would be 20 times 9.81, which is 196.2 newtons. So this formula, we need to memorize this. It's force equals mass times acceleration. And that can be simply written as F equals ma. So the next thing to learn is that sometimes you may come across the formula written as F equals mg. So instead of an A, they've substituted a G. Now what's that all about? Well, just as the A represents the acceleration due to gravity, which is 9.81 meters per second squared, so the G represents the gravitational field strength, which is 9.81 newtons per kilogram. So you see the number is the same. So either way, whether you see the formula as F equals ma or F equals mg, the value that we have to remember is the 9.81. So we can also use this formula where the acceleration is not due to gravity. Now what we mean by this is that if you move something across a table, you're not lifting it against the force of gravity, so it's a different calculation. It's the same formula, but we need to be aware that we're not going to use the effect of acceleration due to gravity, and we need to therefore know, well, what acceleration is there? So generally speaking, in the question you would be told the rate of acceleration if it involves the force required to move something horizontally. So this example, it says a box with a mass of 3 kilograms accelerates across a table at an average rate of 2 meters per second squared. What force was required to achieve this? So the point to note is, as I've said, that the gravity is not the relevant value of acceleration, but it's the value that's given us for the acceleration that is going to occur in the example. So F equals ma is our starting point, the formula, and that means that F equals 3 times 2, because the rate of acceleration given to us in the question is 2 meters per second squared. And that would give us an answer of 6 newtons. So the thing to remember here is that if the question is asking about force involving lifting, then that means that we have to lift against the force of gravity, and therefore the value of acceleration will always be 9.81 meters per second squared due to gravity. And if the force involved is to move something horizontally, so we're not actually working against gravity, then in the question you would get in an exam, they would give you the value of acceleration for you to do that calculation. Hope that helps a little bit, and I'll see you in the next video, which we're continuing on basic mechanics. So thanks for listening and see you soon. Bye bye.